I've decided to re-upload this video with a new introduction because the first version only got a couple of thousand views, and that's a shame. This is a video of a piece of furniture that I made when I first acquired my CNC machine, and this piece of furniture, it's a stool that I designed, and the design, making the design happened quite fast. I had the idea, I had some leftover plywood, I'd cut a similar design for a client, and then I just changed it in a quite essential way, made it my own, and made the stool. And the first time I cut it out and glued together, it worked. And apart from that, the stool is quite popular. People who see it like it quite a lot. It's unusual for people just to kind of not pay attention to it. So I think it's a shame that the original video got so few views, but maybe it's also I've been giving this just a little bit more thought. Maybe part of it has something to do with the fact that I because the design for me is very, very simple and kind of self-explanatory. I also have trouble explaining it to people exactly how it works. Actually, that I don't think it helps for me to talk over the video and explain it, because I think the video explains it perfectly how it works. But I also think that if I could be more objective about the stool, if it wasn't mine, then maybe I could explain it in a more comprehensive way. But I can't, because I'm me, and it's my design, and it's hard to get more distance. I mean, over time you can get more distance, but if it's your creation, you just don't have very much distance. I think that's also why having an artist talk about their own art is often very disappointing. It just kind of pointless. Either if you see a painting or a piece of artwork, and it does something to you, if it moves you, then that's terrific. And if it doesn't, well, then it's not for you. But that's really the point of art and design as well. And trying to explain how it does it is, well, it's like dissecting an animal. It's once you've dissected it, it's dead, and what's the point of a dead animal? Animals are a beautiful thing when they're alive, not when they're dead. So that's what was going through my head when I was kind of thinking about re-uploading this video. Is why? Well, I mean, of course, this is all moot, because why it doesn't get views has more to do with YouTube, or maybe my editing, than the design itself, right? The design can be fine, the design can be great, but if YouTube doesn't think the video is interesting, or if the video is also cut in a way that YouTube doesn't, that it doesn't matter for YouTube, then it doesn't really matter. I mean, a case in point, I made a classic stool armchair design from 1934. So for a 90-year-old stool design, that's basically hardly ever been made. I mean, it was made by Gerald Summers 90 years ago, and then kind of never since. And I made it. I took videos of it and I uploaded it to YouTube, and nobody was really interested. And that's kind of the the thing with YouTube, I think, is it's YouTube is doesn't really curate videos in a useful way. YouTube is kind of a very YouTube is very good at figuring out what kind of videos people will keep watching, but YouTube is not very good at figuring out what videos are actually of any value. So there are, thousands, probably millions of of videos on YouTube that are really great videos, very interesting videos, but don't fit the algorithm, and so don't get very many views. And that's just how YouTube is. So it can be frustrating, but I probably shouldn't complain. I've managed to make videos that have got you know hundreds of thousands or millions of views, and that's nice. It's nice to have to have figured out how to do that, but on the other hand, it's frustrating because you think, oh, this video, not only is this video, I think, an interesting video, but also the subject matter is important. It's about this important design, and it shows how it's made. And the YouTube algorithm kind of shrugs and says, "Huh, well, we don't think it's important," and nobody watches it. And anyway, so um, that can be frustrating. On the other hand, the videos the videos of mine that have got millions of views, um, they are just kind of, I guess, popcorn, you could say. It's you take a piece of wood that is obviously from a tree, and in 6 minutes you turn it into or even in 60 seconds you turn it into a useful object, and it's in a process that is step for step can be seen. That's kind of what YouTube wants.